Greetings, everyone. My name is Adderville, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Mega Man Maker. Version 1.8.0 has been released since yesterday. After several months and what felt like years of waiting, it is finally here. So here's a quick rundown of how the stream will work. First, I'll go over most, if not all, of the new stuff that was added here. Most because some of the stuff can be hidden, or I'm gonna skip some stuff. Then I'll go over any of the new example levels that have been provided. Then I'll cover some year levels that submitted. I may not be able to cover all the example levels because I'm gonna cover some of your levels in this session, so I'll have another Mega Man Maker stream tonight. So without further ado, let's begin. As always, let's start with something more simple, that being backgrounds. I think this is here before, but I'm not sure. We have a Christmas background, the one that's usually shown in the editor, but hey, it's nice. After double checking, I don't think there's anything new for Mega Man's 1 through 11 other than that. But let me know if I missed something. Just showing this for posterity's sake. And now on to the actual new stuff. Most of the content featured in this update is from Mega Man in Base and the Mega Man Game Boy, aka Mega Man World titles, plus some totally unique content made just for this. Alright, please pause and unpause the video if you wish to read these. If I were to read all descriptions one by one out loud, we'd be here for at least 45 minutes probably. Perhaps 30. It's been long teased, and I'm happy to finally do this. I remember doing a similar thing for 1.7, 1.6 last year, was it? I like these jumbo-sized updates, but well, I'm not gonna be a spoiler. Let's go. When we were discussing this update, I expected them to add stuff from Mega Man Base, but the Mega Man World stuff was unexpected. I would have thought that had been saved for version 1.9 or something. So many backgrounds for Astro Man. Fitting. I'll get around to discussing the Pokemon stuff after we're done with this. No idea why the music isn't playing, but I guess it defaults to my old setting. One of the nice things about this is not only the new background, but all the funny and sometimes snarky text. RIP. Alright, let's see. New music tracks. Oh no. Crystal Gate sounds kind of worse than the original. A different take on the world one for Crash. I like Rush Jet's remix more, but hey, that isn't as limited by the restrictions. Hey, Vacuum. In fact, hello to everyone joining us from YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Mastodon, Discord, or any other social media platform this video is shared on. It's due to all continued support why I continue to produce content for this channel, especially for Mega Man Maker. I see alternate versions. Cool. Let's start with a simple. Now let's check out the new tiles. There's always a ton of new tiles, backgrounds, and whatnot in the new update, especially these two. That's why I've been pushing so much for mini updates, or regularly scheduled updates instead of these jumbo ones. Don't get me wrong, I love these jumbo updates, but it's better for the long-term health of the game if we have more regularly scheduled updates, even if they're smaller. I also expect a lot more new tiles and backgrounds, especially from base, as this is SNES title. Welcome to stream, Sir Rogue. Thanks for joining us. I always start with these as these are the lowest impact. What I'm really looking forward to are the bosses and gimmicks. And there are a plethora of other things in relation to the editor. Like what Cookie said, we can now copy and paste screens and some gimmicks, I believe. We've been asking that for a while, and thank goodness. It'll make updating and moving things around so much easier. Let's play some different music while we're at it. Oh look, the sequel to Cat Tiles. It's been so long awaited. Doing fairly well, YouTube. This is going to be a long one, as this consists of 5 different games. You don't need to ping me every time. Usually I don't have a lot of things to say for Maker, but this is gonna be one of the exceptions. It's gonna take at least a few months for everyone to realize the full potential of this, of all the new stuff added. These updates are one of the main things that excite me about Maker, as well as playing through fun levels. Well, good, fun, and/or experimental levels. Ready to bit. Wow, so many Dark Moon tiles. I mean, the original team was kind of airy and breezy, so I don't really complain about that. Oh boy, ladders. I wish they segmented the ladders into sub-games, but I guess there aren't any ladders in order to justify that. Can't wait for a ladder man. Or ladder museum man. I say that, but I already went through 3 stages, which are basically ladder men. And you mean you can create over 420 levels in your own... That's the new upload limit. And the spikes. Can't forget about them. Hey, they count as tiles, so I need to cover them. Both for how their icons and their descriptions. Still waiting on damage spikes, though. I will. Give me a second. Send on the burner spikes. Despite the name of these spikes are not for burning. A truly regal... What? A truly regal ladder benefiting anyone who wears a crown. What? I getcha. Or for dropping someone on top of, Here are the special things. King plates. Star Droid plates. Oh, yeah, we have water too. My bad. Can't forget hydration. Alrighty, now time for new enemies. Just making sure I don't think there's any new enemies here. New stuff. Gory Tree, Dodonpa Cannon, Plasma, Romper, Snowler, Big Telly, electric generator, Mokumo, Hogale spawner, Amoner, Oni-Robo Cloud, Oni-Robo Wind, and Psydeca. On the Game Boy front, Aoi, Pirapiri, I wasn't waiting for this one, Dawn-Catch, Hellmetal DX, Bukuhorn, Metal Sniper, Pressen, Cutting Wheel, Temp, Lajaba, Bankuro, Shoehorn, and Chainsaw. On the level objects front, one of the new things is the low gravity section. This essentially lowers gravity in the current section without having to apply water. We've been asking for this as well. Thank you. Gory Tree Rock. Gory Trees control it, and you control it as well. Let me see. The hot plates have been added too. You know, the ones you inflame and whatnot. And now in Mega Man base we have the Ice Block Spawner, Explosive Crates, Dynamo Conveyors, Moving Lights, the Redirectors for them, the Terminators, the Darkness section, Floating Balloons, the Spawners for them, Oni Cloud Generators, Oni Wind Generators, Pressurized Cracked Block, Rotating Spike Box, and a Bell Ringer for rotating these boxes. Oh, they have their own new category for them, cool. On the Game Boy front, Super Cutter, Melting Snow, Icicle, Shifting Falling Stoner, Guts Hover, Move Hover, Napalm Fire, Alternating Timing Conveyor. I sure did. Thank you again. Waterfall Spawner, Uranus... What? This is the Venus Waterfalls that became infamous in 48 hours. This one it takes it a bit further because now it can go the other way, down to up. Uranus platform, Girder small, Girder bigger, Girder medium, Girder large, and Pluto block. Yeah, King's team kind of took a hit due to translation, unfortunately. And now the Maker category, because we have enough objects to put it here. Targets. Essentially for rewarding players as well as opening doors. And you need to smash all of these in order to beat the stage. Health modifiers. Yeah, you die or you turn undead. This is something we've been asking for as well. A health modifier system and a weapon energy modifier system. For those who haven't watched the trailer, basically this allows level designers to set the player's health and or weapon energy levels to specific values. Instead of having to use damage boosting or forcing players to hit enemies with a special weapon, now you can set them to specific values. Like with health, you can now set it to whatever, turn off the refill animation, even add or subtract if you want to reward players, for example, for going through a difficult section. And the same applies with the energy system. What makes it even cooler is that you can actually force it to only apply to a certain weapon, even if it's not equipped. Remember those whole sections with Rush Jet where if you run out of weapon energy, well, your host? This can help resolve it. And now onto my favorite gimmick. the blocks. Or rather, remember the classic block we had, which should be here somewhere? Well, now there's two more versions. We now have the lighter push box, which can be pushed, which in addition to being pushed by, for example, the heavy armor full charge punch, it now floats on water, and you can use charge shots to push it. On the other hand, this is a heavier version. It cannot be despawned like the other two versions, like its latter two alternatives, and it takes much more strength to push it around. And here's the mobile version. Basically, it has a built-in conveyor at the bottom to push it. Magnetic coils. Self-explanatory. When it's electrified, it'll pull players towards it, like an activatable magnet. This allows you to turn on water in almost any section, or practically any section, assuming it doesn't glitch out. And by using these, you can change the height of the water too. Turn on and off the water, and change the height. And this is basically an if block, which works in conjunction with these two, if you want to. Check to see if the HP or weapon energy criteria is met. Less than, greater than, less than or equal to, greater than, equal or not equal to. To use an example, remember all those sections where you have to perfect run it, or if you didn't, you would end up dying, or you have to do it like with 14 HP at the very least? Well, now you don't need to add all the enemies at the end in order to resolve that. Same with weapon. Before it wasn't as possible weapon energy, other than some convoluted setups. Now it is. Also, arrows. Now you can tell players explicitly where to go, assuming you aren't trying to troll them, which I know some people do. The flavor text is one of the best aspects here. On the pickups front, it's generally more limited, but it's fine. We have the anti-Yashishi. It sets HP to 1 and depletes all weapon ammo. Yeah. And a drop suppressor. Again, remember those whole sections where you have the perfect run? Sorry, I keep going back to this example because it works with so many ones. And you're set down to 1 HP and you have to deal with enemies. One of the issues there is that they could potentially drop pickups, making the section a whole lot easier. This fixes this issue. This stops farming and makes those sections more difficult. Alrighty now, on to the next thing that is pretty important, the bosses. Yes, somewhat unexpected, but 1.8 finally adds Wily, King, or Cossack Fortress bosses, starting with the whole classic Yellow Devil. And yeah, you have to set two of them to show which way they'll form into. I wonder, how far can you set them? Pretty far, in fact. But you can only put one of them on screen at a time. Well, two, technically, because as long as the starting one is on a different screen. The infamous Boo Beam Trap. Ah, and you can make them just regular enemies if you so desire. Basically making them into beaks. The Kamigoro Maker from Tree. Sadly, we can't change the number of enemies it can spawn in. Oh well. The Cossack Catcher and Wily Machine 4. Yes, not only do we have Fortress bosses, we have the actual Wily Machines. Okay, you can only put one Fortress boss on each screen. Although, if you make the screens connected, I'm pretty sure you can just put multiple that way. And of course, you can always just add multiple via text editing. the Wily machine. I would prefer the one for 5 or 6, but it's fine. Big pets. With or without its platforms. Okay, cool. We have Wily Machine 6. I forgot we had this. Thank you, devs. I know it's not that difficult, but again, thank you. For Mega Man base, we have Cold Man, Burner Man, and Pirate Man. Pirate Man because, you know, great song and stage. Well, fun stage. Cold Man because he's the classic first one of the game. And Burner Man because, yikes, ouch, the burnies. On the Game Boy side, we have the Mega Man killers, 2 of them, Anchor and Punk. And for some reason, different boss doors. As well as Pluto. Well, I would have gone Mercury, but as you know, we went with Cold Man, so Pluto it is. When they eventually add Mercury, I want the Grab Buster too. And the other stuff. Now, last but not least, the new weapons. From base, Ice Wall, Wave Burner, Copy Vision, Drill, Tengu Blade, and Magic Card. Kind of going off the tech box here, but at last we have an alternative to the Ring Boomerang for grabbing weapons like a boomerang. The Tengu Blade and its associated dash is going to be fun, as well as all the gimmicks I'll be making use of the Ice Wall. Just imagine chaining together the Ice Wall and push blocks together on top of water. On the world front, Scratch Mailer's statement, we have the Grab Buster. Thank you. Saltwater, Electric Shock, Break Dash, like the Tengu Dash but a bit better, Spark Chaser, Rip Enemies, and Tango. I thought Tango was a she. Uber Chain from TF2, Team Fortress 2 that is, not Titanfall. Buster was making a stage with this, he'll get around to it eventually. And of course, all these things. That's everything new in terms of backgrounds, level objects, tiles, gimmicks, level objects, weapons, music, etc. There's a bunch of other things that are new. Now you can copy and paste stuff, I believe. I'm not sure exactly how to do this, but let me try this. Let's say I'm gonna copy this. How do I do this? Okay, Control C and V. And if I hold it down... Nice, thank you. I don't know what these other two things do, but I assume they're related. Remember those whole times where you were making a stage and you thought, oh, I need to put something in between, or oh, I have to move these blocks all en masse? Well, that's no longer a problem now with the selection tool. Oh yeah, one last thing I forgot. Thanks for the reminder. The Darkmen. Specifically 3 and 4. Different intros as well. Sorry, Darkman is one of the more... I tend to forget he exists in the series. Sorry about that. Loads of ground, thank you. So that's most of the new stuff added to the editor itself. There are a few more things added as well, but they're either Easter eggs or I overlooked them. Alright, I'll be right back in a moment, and then we'll move on to the example levels. And we're back. FYI to all those people who are submitting levels, please submit levels that focus on 1.8. I'm not going to accept any modded levels during this session and perhaps the next session. I will cover non-1.8 levels probably at the end of the stream or during the next stream, but for this one, I want to focus on 1.8. And this is your time to shine, our early level creator. I'll ask for the level IDs again once I'm done with the example levels, so keep that in mind. Onwards to the new example levels. 6 of them were added in this update. The first one is Abandoned Mine by GamerFromTheWeb. It's alright, Gokulis. You have several weeks. No drops here, I'm afraid. That accelerates slower than what I remember it to be. I see. First introduction of these moving blocks. As in the conveyor blocks, as I'll call them, probably. Going straight for me. Gotcha. Going into row. If you didn't play the game this originated from, yeah, you need this introduction. The other nice thing about this, these blocks, you don't need to put them on top of conveyor belts. They are their own conveyors. In fact, what would happen if you put them on top of conveyor belts anyways? Would it just mean they go faster? Nice. Oh, you mean Mega Man in Base 2? Probably another update. We already had to add stuff from the 5 world games. Please, no more stuff. Not yet, anyways. As I said, it'll take probably a month or two for everyone to realize the full potential of this new stuff. For a moment there, I thought it was a trick. Ow, your conic damage is higher than I thought it would be. A different type of checkpoint. These are not visible physically, but they are there. Everything is coming together now. Oh boy. This wouldn't be out of place in a regular Mega Man stage. Well, minus the drop suppressor, of course. It even shows an icon on the bottom left. Thank you. The blocks have gone faster. Fail. Climb fast or get crushed. I should have known these Mets would be here. The Met snipers, I mean. Oh, that was a bit of a close one there. I don't believe I can make it in time, or I can. Thank you, item 2. Usually I like to deal with the enemies. Usually one of the reasons I like to deal with the enemies is to get drops, potentially. But now that's not the case, well, the only reason I'll deal with enemies is to prevent them from hitting me, or clear up the areas. Ow. I'm gonna use the checkpoint here. Hey, Furious Maximum. Welcome to the stream. Glad you can make it. All boss marathon. Speaking of deaths, yeah. I'll probably do it on time because, yikes, we don't really need a full boss marathon right now. That's cool. The classic block gimmicks integrated to the other block type. I said this before, and I'll keep stating it. Blocks are my favorite gimmick in Mega Man Maker. There's just so many fun interactions you can have with them. And the fact they added three other block types makes them even better. The light blocks, the heavy blocks, and these conveyor blocks. Now, if only we could have Blockman himself. And this stage is a nice, somewhat difficult showing. Mid-boss time. Oh, you weren't that durable. Alright, you just want me to use this then. Sorry for the screen flashing here. Yeah, this is not how you do this. In short, Gamer from the Web did a pretty good job showcasing the blocks, the new enemy type, and those shootable blocks, or those shootable enemies which act effectively as stand blocks. As well, of course, the central gimmick being that there are no drops period in this stage. Gradual escalation, nice introductions, and everything came together at the end. The boss battle itself actually makes use of these mechanics too. Nice, I always love it when games do it like this. I always like when stages do stuff like this. Include the stage's core mechanics into the fights themselves. Bye! Already starting pretty strong, I'd mark this as being an almost good to good stage. I'd give it 2 thumbs up. Hey, Professor Teapot. Wonderful. I do a boss rush of the 50 new bosses if that's available. That's fine with me. The second new example level added is Dr. Crossfit's Navigation Station by Beanut Putter. Well, they are robots, so... So far, we've seen these already. Hey, Wily. What are you cooking this time? Wait, did we ever get an example stage which showcased how to use the magnetic ceilings and some of these other things? I think this example stage was added to showcase the magnetic ceilings and whatnot. Because they were added in 1.7.x. Yep, I think that's... This is done to show how the switches interact with the magnets and as well as those blocks. And the sheepman blocks are thrown in for good measure. Traditional levels will work. You mean in pop culture or historically? I mean, I think sirens originate from the Greek, myths? Greek stories? I mean, historically speaking, the difference between mermaids and sirens wasn't... Don't quote me on this, I need to check that. Wasn't that much, but they have deviated quite a bit. Like, they used to refer to the same thing, I think. Although not in all cultures, though. That's why in your language vacuum, they're marked as being the same. But pop culture-wise, there's a distinct difference. That I can... Historically, I can't really say much because I didn't study that much the history of mythical creatures and beings. But pop culture-wise, I can definitely tell the difference. At least Western pop culture, I need to clarify. Mermaids tend to be... Oh boy. Mermaids tend to be the friendly underwater dwelling human sea creatures. Whereas sirens tend to use their alluring voice to drown sailors and other unfortunate folk. Or to put it another way, mermaids tend to be good or neutral aligned, while sirens tend to be portrayed as being neutral or evil aligned, or selfish aligned. That's the way of putting it in pop culture, Furious. Ow. Okay, that's gonna be tricky. See, I know historically they used to mean the same thing, but over time it deviated. In pop culture, people think of mermaids as being relatively nice unless you provoke them and whatnot. But if you look at the original myths, there was little difference between them and sirens, really. Yep. She's a mermaid. Well, a mermaid mixed in kind of with a siren and a gorgon. Oh boy, fire. I didn't think this would be the fire wave stage. I'm not gonna make it. Or perhaps I will. Ah, phew. I mean, if I wasn't used to magnetic ceilings, yeah, good stage. But I am, so the most interesting part was at the end. Thank you for the context, Griever. I think that's where the word siren came from, or was transferred, and somewhere along the lines there was a split or something. So to quote Furious, sirens lure sailors to their death, or rob them with their alluring songs. Mermaids are physically similar, but they don't necessarily lure sailors to death. They're more quote-unquote friendly. Or to put it another way, mermaids are half fish, typically half women who live in the ocean and are typically, unless provoked, harmless. Sirens are like evil mermaids. I mean, even in the classic ones, sirens were actually half women, half birds. They were closer to being like harpies, or undersea harpies. The sirens originated from Greek mythology, whereas mermaid stories are actually in a lot of folklore, like the Near East, Europe, Africa, Asia, etc. Of course, over time, myths, folklore, and origins got mixed together, recontextualized, and pop culture changed, so... Even originally, the sirens weren't actually aquatic creatures. They lived at or near the sea and oceans, but they weren't technically aquatic creatures. This is a simple way of showing the differences, but if you want to dig in, they're deeper. Anyways, that diversion aside between the histories, let's keep going. Number 3 of the new levels added is Good Key, Bad Key by Neo Cutman. Loading times have also received a significant improvement. This is a shoot the targets level. Shoot all the targets to get the reward of the certain color. I gotta be careful though, if I shoot the red target first, I'll get the red key and then fall into the pit. So, a literal shooting gallery stage. And you can grab the keys early if you so desire. And if you're really skilled, you can time it like that. Oh boy. Oops, I'm dead. G to the G. Hey Sinus, welcome. I can only imagine how much more devious stages are going to be, especially combined with the blocks and everything else that's already in the engine. I mean, think of all the complexity that's built into this engine so far with all the gimmicks that can interact with each other. Now add on to this all the setters, new objects and whatnot. I keep pointing out the blocks especially as they interact with a lot of objects in fun ways. Now taking into consideration we have the weapon energy limit setters, essentially if blocks and if gates. And you're opening up a whole new realm of possibilities. Like logic gates, different boss fights, better shop systems. This is the literal definition of a shooting gallery stage, and I like it. Bye bye key. Welcome to all the viewers of the stream. Oh. Increasing the pressure, I see. This is gonna end in pain, isn't it? Somehow I pulled through. I'm shocked. Last challenge, anchor is involved too. I getcha. Not how I expected the first fight anchor, but hey. Oops. Gotcha. So I have to pay attention to when he's trying to absorb my bullets. I don't get that much time, I have to be quick. No, I wasn't laughing near comment, Jaden. I need to set quick weapon swapping to cancel if I screw up. See, it's not actually that difficult. Of course, I can also reflect back onto the target. I was laughing at Cyan-esque. Increased air marker. Get us out of here. Thanks for the help, Anchor. Hello, Dold. Welcome to the stream. Alrighty. That was a simpler stage, but it got the job done. I talk about shooting gallery stages. This is a little definition of one. And I can only imagine tougher ones being used with different special weapons and more bosses too. Or using them as load-bearing stuff. Stage number 4, Pit of 100 Trials by BushBacon. Pretty sure this is going to end in oops. I was responding to that. We have a choice now. Roll time. Is it literally going to be 100? I think it's going to be. We don't have dodge rolling. Fine with me, I never really liked that. No charge shots though. Also, there's a drop suppressor, so I can't just farm. Every 10th screen is basically a healing room, so it's fine. Go away, Choppy. Ow. Too close. Aw, it's the tiny ones from Magic Man stage. They're cute. I'm famished though. I need more life energy sustenance. I was playing it really there. I wasn't sure where it was gonna spawn in from. Ow. Bad idea. This is one of the examples of where the drop suppressor is. I thought you were supposed to keep moving there, not stop. I don't think there's a checkpoint though, so this may cause a problem. See, I need a large weapon energy. Best to play this stage once you understand how most enemies work. You also have the choice at the beginning to do just 1 HP runs. Thankfully though, we have 2 item restoration. We have 2 life energy restoration abilities. Like the plant barrier for example, as well as the grab buster. So it isn't as difficult. If I really wanted a tougher experience, I'd use the anti-Yashishi. A lot better now, thank you. Same, Jaden, same. Welcome to all the viewers. Thank you very, very much for joining us for the 1.8 hype stream. If you're enjoying this or any other piece of content in the channel, please rate, comment, favorite, and or subscribe, as they all help it out. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter and Mastodon as well as our Discord server, as I regularly post updates there. The more people who subscribe to our channel, the more games I'll be able to cover. Oh, you. You originated from Mega Man 8, but there are more variations in base. Hey, Darkman. Oh no. That's what I was worried about. Oh boy. Alright then. Finding him and roll is kind of a problem, unfortunately. Remember, if I die, I'm sent back to the start, so let's run this now. Welp. They did fix many bugs, but there is one bug which they didn't yet fix. You remember this bug? Yeah. Oh, they had the exact same number of variations? Weren't the ones in base harder? Like, didn't each variation in base have a different projectile they threw, whereas in 8, they threw the same projectile? Yep, it's here, bloke. Hey, Silent. Oh yeah, Vacuum, let's see. We have the Ice World, the revisits of the first 4 worlds, and then the final world. And when I say revisits, I mean the hard mode versions of the stages. And when I say hard mode, I mean really heavy revamps. I did, Jaden, and I responded to it. Alright, we're back here. Let's try this again. Yeah, the brain break issue has been in the engine for ever since they were added, I think. I mean, playing as role is fun, but the problem is Darkman. I'd rather not fight Darkman in melee range. Thank you for the clarification, Buster. Honestly, this feels easier with a projectile-based character, with charge shots. I didn't pick Proto as he probably takes double damage, and I'd rather not take double damage in a stage where I've limited healing. Sumatrans, for example, are so much easier to dispatch. Hey, Kaz. Moonscars and Curse Trackers, congrats. Remember folks, once I'm done with the example levels, feel free to submit your 1.8 levels. They don't actually have to be yours, but they have to be built for 1.8. I will be running another stream tonight in about, I think, 6 or 7 hours from now. About 7 hours from now. Cool. I'll add them once I'm done here. Hello to all of you new faces. I was referring more to the people who aren't in the Discord server, as I'm pretty sure there are a lot of new faces here. I see. What did you begin with, Kaz? You're tougher than a helicopter, mini-boss. Oh, come on. I was jumping there. I need more time to get used to him, unfortunately. Let me put it this way. For the sake of getting through this again better, I'm just gonna use the level editor to skip ahead. I can do this in my own time, but I need to get used to his pattern here. X6. If you don't like the game, just skip it in X7. Like, if you're playing for the first time, unless you really like X5, I don't recommend playing X6 or X7. Thank you, Bolton. Whoa. I mean, that's probably how I'd organize it as well, to be fair. Oh, it goes up. Here we go. Don't send levels yet. I want to finish it. Oh. You're far more damaging than I remember you to be. Like, didn't you do 1 or 2 points less damage per hit? Like, I don't know, you feel more damaging than before. So for the sake of completion, then doing regular. This is the pit of 100 trials, folks. No checkpoints. If you played Paper Mario, you know what I'm referring to. See those shots? Seriously, yeah, this is... I wouldn't put him at the... I wouldn't make him the mid-boss. No, not without a neat tank. No, Jedok, no checkpoint for every section. That would defeat the purpose of the Pit of 100 Trials. I mean, look at this. The conic damage is even lower than... Why is the conic... Why is the conic damage so low compared to the shots? Something doesn't feel right. Like, I know Darkman is supposed to be difficult, but... Why does he suddenly feel like he's got a deadly boost? Or am I misremembering? Alright. We're out of here, now let's go to the second half. I will get around to 1000-Year-Old Door next year, that's for sure. I want to cover 1000-Year-Old Door, Super, and of course Bug Fables. Like, I think his AI is the same as before. The issue is that he feels... The conic damage feels fine, but the damage he deals on his shields and projectiles feel like it's been amped up by 1 or 2 points of damage. Yeah, I know he's difficult, but I don't remember him being like a Myrmidon or something. Thank you, Marjolt. Ow. Concrete Man doesn't have a damage amp, Jaden. You're thinking of Ring Man. I think Darkman 3 would also fit, assuming he didn't get a damage buff. I get what the stage is going for, especially with teleporters, but please, don't put Darkman 4 in the middle like this. The difficulty here is endurance, and as a boss himself, he's so much more difficult than what came before it. Bowie's Revenge. It went on from being normal to rather difficult. And there's no drop, even if there's no drop suppressor, it would still be a challenge due to his high damage. I can also use his weakness, but still. Ow. That's probably what I'm gonna do next time. I can't afford taking more damage. I'm complaining as much as, well, the rest of the challenge is fine, in line with what I expect. Typically for stages, I prefer having a somewhat steady difficulty curve, unless it's an optional challenge. Don't make players suddenly run face first into a brick wall, please. Big Tally's weak as ever. Oh no. It's the aimed variety. Again, I can learn to do this on my own, but for the sake of, you know, getting through all the levels. Bye. Final countdown. I wouldn't nominate it as the best indie game of the year, but it could be one of the top ones. Again, I want to emphasize, I don't have any issues with Darkman 4's AI pattern. It's just a balancing on two of the attacks. Like, it honestly felt like I was fighting him as Proto or something. Favorite feature so far? Being able to set the HP and weapon energy limits, the F gates, and of course, the new blocks. Sorry. Bye. Don't mind me. And of course, we now have fortress bosses too. Oh, hello, devil. What? Oh. Well, these will take extra damage. The sad thing is, he was far easier than Darkman 4, because the damage was actually balanced. The sad thing is, the individual goo blocks dealt only 4 damage, whereas the shots there dealt 5 damage and the shields dealt 6 damage or something. Oh yeah, also, oops, saw a new weapon. I know how... I would put Stray... I don't know where I'd put Stray, actually. I know what it is, I've seen some playthroughs, part of them, but... Yeah, it is a fun trial, I get what it's saying, but please, don't put Darkman smack dab in the middle. Put Anchor or something. It's sad when you understand what the level is going for, but there's something that really just tanks the stage. Okay, let's see what's left. Alright, I'll be right back in a moment. 2 more levels left to go. Then on to VR levels. And we are back. Oh, some say Anger's worse. Hopefully we'll get to him. New example level number 5 is Rush Hour by JDE, aka Jump Dash Evade. Roger that. Oh. It's a puzzle. Alright, I need to get the orange block to the right. I may need to skip this level because puzzle levels take a while for me. Okay, I need to get green up, then orange up. There we go. I also like the new types of gravity doors. That's nice. Okay, same as before, we need to get green to the other side. I mean, we have to get orange to the other side. In order to do that, I need to get purple to the left. Oh, and before I can do that, I need to move this thing here. But in order to do that, I need to get purple. I need to get pink moving to the left. In order to do that, I need to get red up here. I think I'll do this level during the evening stream in full, but at the very least I'm going to try doing part of it here. There we go. It's certainly a different change in pace, so I'll give props to Jump Dash Evade for doing stuff like this. New key colors too. What happens up here? Oh. I see the problem. I need both keys. We'll see what happens. You know what, actually, seeing as it's a puzzle stage, I'm gonna save Rush Hour for tonight. I suspect the final challenge is gonna take 10 minutes or something, so we'll see it then. Still, that's not really a blind on the stage itself. It's just designed for a different audience and a different playstyle. Nonetheless, thank you for showing the new colors for the gravity doors and keys. They're nice. Thank you, Red. Mega Man Maker X is not possible to port in 1.8 onwards. Almost impossible? What happened? I will shine. Let me finish the last stage and I'll be right there. So the sixth new example level is Wily's Museum by Neo Cutman. Oh, don't remind me, Hyper. Okay, mini challenges. Bow shave. Each based off of some of the challenges we faced in the original stages. Also, drop suppressor. Snakey. Oh, come on. I knew I could have made that. I'll do this first then. Alright, yeah. With the tops, the origin is a bit misleading. It disappears a bit sooner than what you expect. Actually, I think it was a good idea to start with this too. This can be a bit janky. And the threat of instant death is everywhere. New version of GMS? Are they using GMS 2? Too soon to say, YouTube? Way too soon. I mean, the closest thing is Darkman 4, I suppose. More so due to balance reasons. Oh, I like this. Going from pink to yellow. How many colors there used to be for the keys and key doors, by the way? Yashishi, please. Next set. One of these puzzles now. I'll say those for tonight because they were made before 1.8. I'm gonna do these in reverse order because fans. Pink or purple keys now. That's why I won't jump over. Napalm. Go, my snake army. What did we miss? Oh no. I keep saying oh no because in most of these mini trials, if you fail, you die. At the very least, there's a checkpoint in between each of these, both before and after the boss. 6 for key, 8 for asteroids. Tell me, Stone Man. This feels like the mini pit of 6 trials or something. Thank you for making the space 2 tiles wide instead of the 1 tile many other stages do. Oops. I think Neo Cutman also made a pit of 100 trials, please correct me if I'm wrong, but I like this a lot more. Oh sure, the threat of instant dying is far greater. But there's no sudden difficulty spikes. Everything's roughly on the same difficulty setting or level. And I've played Mega Man NS before, so I know the threat of dead everywhere. Oops. One more. Thank you. Oh. Sliding. Why work against me so? This reminds me of my playthrough of Mega Man Endless. Especially with the threat of instant death everywhere. BushBacon, gotcha. Jumping platforms now have colors. I guess there was a coloration of multiple different gimmicks. This man poorly. One last, it's ice. We're true. I want freezies. I really like this new color for the gate. I don't get the Ashishi, however. Not that I really mind it that much. Just as a demonstration. GSRM prime color? Fine with me. I'll call them the GSRM gates then. Or pink lemonade. I still like it too. We'll get there. They didn't mark it. Okay, fine, we'll do that last. Oh yeah. This thing. No, oh yeah, I have to do this now. Why? There's so... Okay, I thought there was gonna be only those three. There we go. I think I like this stage more if there's less instant death, to be fair. Or if there are a lot more damage spikes. Even in the base game, they were kind of... Oh, goody, I need you, then. Not as bad as I thought it would be. Now for the hard part. Do I have to hit the top one? Yeah, it's the top one. Sure thing, Furious. Triple damage. FYI, I'm not gonna do the meme plus react stream today. I want to give more time to covering some of the demos here. I mean levels. Anyways, Pirate Man. Complete with setting up the water levels, and this looks pretty. Oh. Um... Oops. Yeah, memes plus reacts after Demon Turf tomorrow. Unlike the brain break, I'm not sure how you would dodge this as well, or avoid this. So, okay, let's bring it back up. And this is the tornado rain, so it's not even a new asset. Art won't get skipped. I will showcase it. It doesn't take too long. Thank you, Furious. If I can't cover this stream, tonight. I knew from the start that there's going to be a lot more people with levels here, and lo and behold. You would think it would crash with the new assets more, but no, it's old assets. Okay, we already fought you. We fought you. This... Okay, there's two more. Got it. Fine, we'll place Mega here and... E-Tank for safety. And place another checkpoint here. Good. Oh, how I wish I had a jet or something. Oh, it's you again. Bye. Hello again. Oh, what? Yeah, I should have known. It's the return of the Venus waterfalls. Another example of holding up not working exactly. Again, I feel like this would have been better if there was instant death wasn't everywhere. Or if... Can we save that for the other stream? I get what they're trying to do with the trials and whatnot, but yeah. If you're gonna have instant death like this, please. Or add damage spikes. Alright. So like this. Okay, it'll still drag me down if I don't jump. So yeah, I'm just gonna make use of that extra checkpoint. But that's how it's supposed to work. And as the first introduction to this gimmick, honestly, why isn't there a example stage that introduces the Venus waterfalls? They're a pretty fun gimmick, but... or even the other blocks, to be fair. We did get a stage that introduced the moving blocks, but we need the other ones too. It just feels like we're missing 2 example stages. This feels more... I'm not gonna blame the stage for not introducing it properly, because I think that's another stage's job, but as a whole, something feels missing. It's this challenge. Easiest one, unexpectedly. Tango or saltwater. Sorry, we know how saltwater works, but Tango doesn't really get that much time in the limelight. Hey there. Go, my cat. I don't think we need a different sound effect for him using the Screw Crusher. They could have just reused the Screw Crusher old sound effect. Alright, the last one. Frankly, the new sound effect sounds kind of ear grating. Oh yeah, you need the charge for this type. Or another heavy hitter, I suppose. Gotcha. This is already too scary. Why? Damage spikes, people. What? Surprisingly, this is not as scary as I thought it'd be. In normal circumstances, the acid is scary, but with all the instant death everywhere, not really. Anyways, Wily machine time. Or rather, Wily capsule time. I'm sorry. The bosses are frankly the easiest part of this stage. Again, I get what they're going for with the museum look, but sheesh, please ease up on instant death everywhere, or add more checkpoints. You already have the drop suppressor and everything. You might as well just... You can ease up on instant death, but keep drop suppressor and whatnot. That way players has to go through all 6 challenges without losing all their health. G to the G, he even begs for mercy, like the classic. I mean, there's no Darkman 4, so... Even if Anchor was here, it isn't too bad. So that's a selection of 5 to 6 example levels. Like I said, Rush Hour will be saved for tonight as it's a puzzle stage. I will comment on one thing. It seems like we're missing 2 example levels. One covering the other block types, see for example the trailer, and another that covers, for example, how the Venus waterfalls work, or more importantly, for example, the HP and weapon energy setters. Let me know if I missed anything here, and I'll be happy to cover it. I'm gonna do one quick check to ensure I didn't screw something up with the ordering. Yep, I think that's it. Yep, there's a lot of new stuff, Slash. Oh, bell ringer as well. Okay. Basically, we're missing 4 example levels, essentially. I'm not gonna blame the example levels here, maybe with Pit of 100 levels and that other thing, the one I just played through, but we just need more of them. After all, these are supposed to illustrate to newer designers, or even intermediate designers, how to make use of these gimmicks in more practical settings, instead of simply describing them. Like, I didn't realize you could switch the switch blocks, for example. If they can... Oh, just imagine. Alrighty then. Short pause for water, then levels. Oscar and Roger will get first in line, but after that will be Pixel Boy, Vacuum, and Imposter. Parts of the update feel rushed, but other ones feel perfectly polished. Overall, the update's a success. It just feels like parts of it needed a bit more polishing up. Like, I don't mind soft crashes and oddities, But when you have hard crashes, that's where I draw the line. Alright, I'll be right back in a moment. We're back. Alright, due to time restrictions, I'm gonna move around the levels. Buster will now be number 3 up, or number 2nd up, as I want to cover it during this stream. Alrighty then. With those 5 example levels out of the way, and 1 stash for tonight, as well as going over everything, which took over 2 hours, it's time to go to the first viewer submit level, Proto Man Imposter, by Oscar, 104 plays and a score of 24. Loading times have been significantly improved, as you can see. Thank you for the E. Also, the play counts and voting counts are going to be inflated for the first week or so. Oh, thank you for not dealing double damage. You know what, Proto Man, this isn't too bad. But yikes. Very formidable. Like I said, the shield makes this a lot easier because you can deflect the shots, and depending on the shield positions, well, you can go straight through. Also E-Tank. Second up is Mega Man Divide Metal Factory by Roll 2. 12 plays and a score of 4. See, yeah, grab everything just in case. See, originally, I know this is the level pack, but just for the sake, in case of an issue. Originally, this stage would take something like 10-15 seconds to load up. Now it only takes 3 to 5 seconds. Thank you so much for this optimization, Rod Dev Team. Hey Punk Stage Team. Hey me falling into the pit. Oh yeah, these don't need to be they don't need to be tied to the electric stuff. You can make them on their own, remote. Sorry, I just don't trust myself with these. The Punk Stage Team, that's how I usually associate it. Wily Battleship / Tank Team, thank you. I don't remember the exact names of the world titles, so I tend to mix them up a bit. Good example of the arrows, although here it's fairly obvious. Oh, the fire looks a lot more wavy than usual. Is that a new feature? It's been so long since I last not had a drop suppressor. Alright, old. It just looked like it was going up and down pretty rapidly. Invis checkpoints are nice. It's like the classic way of doing it. It's belayed? Okay. Sorry, it's a running gag in this channel where I keep confusing Punk and Belayed. Meanwhile, Quint is almost entirely forgotten about. Sometimes. So even explosions can activate it. Wait a sec. Can this also heat it up? Not to the same extent, but something to keep in mind. Oh, this is where it becomes something more important. If I stand in the middle, it's fine. Oh, they didn't? They didn't add the mug shots of, for instance, the star droids? last longer than I thought they did. Fine. Honestly, I think it's because they... Honestly, the reason why it feels like it's rushed is because they included stuff from both Mega Man Base and the World titles, when in fact they probably should have split it between the two. Like, have the Mega Man Base stuff as well as the HP and weapon energy splatters, and save the World stuff for 1.9 or something, or 8.5. All this stuff is cool and all, but, you know, it takes time to test everything. Easter egg. Hi Andrew, welcome. Just as I thought. They also carry up into each other. Induction. The timing on them is a bit lenient. Now we gotta run for our lives. You know, with some more polishing, I wouldn't mind if this was an... You know, with some more polishing and a bit more tolerance of failure, I wouldn't mind if this was added as an example level, as this shows the conduction of those platforms. And how they interact with other fire-based objects and attacks. Speaking of which, hey Burner. Thank you, base. A lot easier than the original fight because... Excuse me. A lot easier than the original fight, as now I can actually see more of the arena, and more of what he's trying to plan on doing. A nice way of introducing Burner Man. Cool. Let's see... Yeah, okay. We're gonna do Buster Stage and Pixel Boy because I'm not sure if we'll have enough time for Pixel Boys, depending on how difficult this is gonna be. Hang on a sec, I need to test something. You said to turn on the game volume and play this. One sec, I need to get my ad blocker working again. Okay, let's hope this works. Okay, this is quieter. Perfect. I think that'll work. Y'all been waiting for this. Actually, I can keep the same game volume, but let me do this instead. There. You all been waiting for this. Number 3 up is Medic Gaming by Buster with 43 plays and a score of 14. Uber charge time. Works exactly the way it worked in Team Fortress 2. Whoops. Don't worry, getting used to that. Think of it a medic compilage. So I can hit enemies to recharge more Uber. Oh, come on, I was jumping. Okay, there's a short delay while I'm doing that attack. And I can interrupt the Uber by the switching. Remember, this is the first time I'm actually using this. Also, a good illustration of using the weapon energy setter. So you don't get that much time to use that there. Oh! Magnet! Get me through! Oh. If only that wasn't there. That's why I pushed this earlier. I knew this was going to be more difficult than I expected it to initially be. As long as I'm jumping, I can keep the inertia moving. Nice, critical hit. Come on! Once I initiate it, I'm rooted to there unless I switch out of it. That's the hard part. Because of all the weapons in this game, this has one of the longest lock frames, which root you in place. So you have to be careful. I'm just gonna wait for this to disappear. Or in fact, I can't exactly. Maybe this is a strategy. Keep farming. It worked. Little fireman army up there. Oh, Sunny disappeared. Let's roll. The hardest part of the stage isn't even really the Uber chain. It's really getting used to how the magnet works up there. Because no stage really taught me of how that works exactly. Still, I like a stage where you have to basically rush forward before your invincibility runs out. It's like the center flash taken even further. And you can recharge it right in the middle if you know what you're doing. Oh. A brief bit of respite, I suppose. What makes this saw tricky to use is that if you attack, you're locked into it unless you switch off of it, which can be a problem if you're Ubering. And it locks you in and compared to all the other weapons in the game, it locks you in the most. It locks you in for the most number of frames. Now we're blue. Yellow Devil? Oh, we're using the rolling drills now to actually heal up. What's the difference between the blue and red form? I'm curious. We're needling Yellow Devil to death. Taking the phrase, stick a needle into my eye literally. No Uber now. Mission accomplished. That was fun, and thank you for sending in that team. It makes with the stage a lot better. I know I kinda screwed up with all the deaths at the beginning, especially when trying to understand the magnet. Other than that, 2 thumbs up. An easier version would fit perfectly as a example level. Okay, let's see how long this will take. Okay, let's finish up with this one. Just to check. I already have my favorite level of the episode ready, but, you know. So the fourth and final viewer submitted level of this stream is Cold Man Stage by RetroGamerAaron. Age replays and a score of 39. Gotcha. If I play perfectly, then yeah, it fit. No disc here. Oh, it's you. With a spread earlier, no match. So far, fairly accurate recreation. Does this allow me to slide effectively? Here comes the ice. Originally from 8, now it makes more sense here as the main gimmick. Oh, this background, yikes. In the original, it was easy to distinguish the foreground from background, but here... You didn't get the reference, Hyper. Anyways, Cold Man. Easy as always. Yeah, this remix feels a little bit too subdued, maybe. Otherwise, it's a very accurate recreation. No complaints there. So, overall, of the 9 levels I played and completed on the stream, my favorite one would definitely be the example level Abandoned Mine, with an honorable mention going to Medic Gaming by Buster. Good job, you two. Like I said, tonight I will return to the 5th example level, Rush Hour, beat it, and complete more of your example levels. Please send them either on Twitter, Mastodon, or on the Discord server. 1.8 overall I'd say is pretty good. I'm excited with all the new stuff added, especially with the blocks, setters, and a few other things. It does feel a bit unpolished in a few regards, but overall, I count it more as a hit than a miss. Thank you for adding the Mega Man base, Mega Man World, and extra stuff. It'll likely take a month for us to fully realize everything, as well as some of the Easter egg interactions. And of course, Ubersaw. I like it when you have these cameo weapons. Like we had the NATO, Shine, Hero Choice, and now this. And this is actually an interesting weapon in the sense that you charge it up, and it gives you invulnerability frames for at least a few seconds, and if you keep hitting enemies with it, you can extend it. You know, it reminds me of the Center Flash, but you have to use full bar. And you can recharge it while it's still active. So thank you everyone. Hang on a second while I set up the art section. I may not be able to show all of it, but I'll try showing as much. Yeah, this is... Whoa. Hang on. Give me one sec to fix the formatting on this because... Okay, I think this is fine. Well, no. Too much of the screen's getting cut off at the bottom. Hang on while I get this. Perfect. And of course, you know what song I'm gonna play for this. It's fairly obvious. Alright folks, welcome to the art section of the stream. Sorry for the delay there. I mucked around with the resolution settings a bit and that borked a few things. Next stream for Mega Man Maker will be in about 6 hours, by the way. 5.5 hours. Again, Zero, I don't understand how this counts as art. Remember description, for sharing art in very short animations. This counts as neither. This should be posted under gaming. Please read the rules when posting stuff. Game screenshots don't exactly count as it unless you're for a special. Dr. Light, the martial artist. Neat, even has his own animations. Infinite and Sage. Yeah, looks as he should. Before and onwards. From Gurai. Neat. Aw, it's a cute whale. For future ones, I highly advise you also write down the text for the artist's name when you submit it. As if you're watching the stream in post, you may not be able to read the text easily. So, I highly advise putting at least in parentheses, who the artist is. Like, here it's Creepin' Cowl, and something. You know, for those who don't have as good eyesight. Smoking. The original 12. Nice. Tinkaton. Oh, certainly. I'll talk about the newest Pokemon game more tomorrow. Let me put my general thoughts on it. The best part of the game is the story and characters. I've complained about the story of Pokemon games kind of being either too light or not well thought out. G9 fixes a lot of them. Most of the characters feel engaging, and I'm actually somewhat invested in the story. Gameplay is what you expect, with some polishing, first full foray into open world with classic Pokemon gameplay style. Biggest problem are all the technical issues. I mean, yikes. I'm not gonna call it a technical failure, but it really needed 3 to 6 more months in the oven before being released. It feels rushed. Which is a shame, because that's the biggest problem with the game. The myriad of technical issues. I'm not talking about silly glitches, I'm talking also about hard crashes. So, I can't believe I'm saying this, but Scarlet and Violet kind of remind me of a 3D Sonic game in some ways with how polished it is. Like, especially compared to Arceus Legends. Hat and Turf. Fast-paced combat. Neat. OC number 3. Remember folks, if there's a lot more art pieces, if more art pieces consistently get released or posted on the server, I will tighten up the rules for it. Like, gameplay clips will have a far more restrictive one. Like this, for example. It looks pretty, but honestly, this should be more under React. Art is supposed to be for featuring your still art as well as short animations. This is more of a gameplay clip or showcase. Remember, that's what the React streams are for. I know you like these, but remember, we don't want to put too. We want to actually make the channels distinct. Hey, Spark. I know you like these, but still, we need to keep the channels distinct and focused. If we have a React stream, if we're gonna have a React stream, why put these here? But anyways, thanks for watching the stream, everyone. If you enjoyed this, please rate, comment, favorite, and or subscribe, as they all help out the channel. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter and Mastodon as well, and join the Discord server, as I regularly post updates there. Thanks for watching, and have a nice day.